So you said that we should not be burdening the other person, we should be the unburdening one. But sometimes truth burdens people. When you're speaking the truth, it burdens other people. How do you do with that? How do you deal?
Somebody who takes truth as a burden is not worth being with, full stop. It's a relationship founded on lie. And lies are things that don't really exist but appear to exist. That's what you call as lie, right? What is really not there but appears to be there. It's a façade, a mirage. That's what you call as lie. A relationship founded on lie. Will it have any substance? Can it last? Can it last? And even if it is made to artificially last, it would be life-sapping. The fellow who cannot take truth is not worth being with. No. And it not necessarily be the fellow at the other end. It could be the fellow at this end. Have you seen how frequently so-called lovers exchange lies? When you go to meet your so-called lover, you dress up in the best possible way. I'll call it the most deceptive way. Later on, when he discovers your true face, I mean literally the true face, not just the symbolic one, the relationship is gone. Why do we dress up so much? Why do we make up so much? Is that not a lie? I'm asking. I'm not talking about the general things like combing your hair or washing your face. I'm talking about the obviously false face that we present to others. Is that not a lie? Though you may present it in more acceptable and diplomatic terms like putting your best foot forward. But that's not your best foot. It is somebody else's best foot. It's an artificial foot. And you are putting it forward. And the same thing is being done from that end as well. Ever seen why it happens that later in the relationship, lovers accuse each other of having changed? You're no more the same person. You have changed. No, the fellow has not changed. The fellow is only revealing his true face now. The changed face was the first face, the one that he showed you at the beginning. That was a changed face. This is the face that he always had. He has not changed. Why must the relationship be based on pretense, on demonstration? The lady decided to skip college. The entire day was skipped. Why? Because she had a date in the evening. For the 7 p.m. date, she didn't attend any class the whole day. What was she doing? Manufacturing lies. What else? You'd say she was preparing. I would call that manufacturing. Manufacturing lies. Here, I have just addressed the physical part of it. Then comes the emotional part of it. And then comes your deepest reality. If the other cannot take it, why do you insist being with him? Why? You love freedom and he says, no, no, no. I'll prefer you to be the queen of the house. I make enough money, you just sit at home and do the kitchen and the bedroom and raise the kids. And you don't want to tell him bluntly, dude, this is not the deal. Why don't you tell him bluntly? If he can't take your truth, why must you be with him? And that applies not just to a person. That applies not only to a boyfriend or a husband or a father or a mother, or That applies to every relationship, even the relationships that you have with institutions, the relationship that you have with the nation, the relationship that you have with religion. Let the other accept you in your naked reality. If the other wants you to first go and dress up and present a beautiful mask, then the relationship is anyway not going to last. The masks, you very well know, they come off, and then so do the gloves. %70 of murders of women all across the world. Tell me who commits them? Their close relatives. When it comes to women, they are not killed by strangers. When it comes to women, they are murdered to the extent of 70% by their own relatives or persons known to them or their lovers. Is this the quality of relationship you want to have?
So, sir, my name is Nasima Muzawar. So, you write books. You are also a philosopher. So, from where did you get that thought of writing books, starting to write books?
Most of my books are authored, not really written. Only a handful of them are really written. This is one of the books that I really sat down and wrote. Otherwise, for example, this discussion, this will take the form of a book. So it will be transcribed and then edited to make it reader friendly, and this will then become a book. So, not that I set out to be a writer. My purpose was to have an inner sky, a place of freedom, and share it with everybody because you are much the same as me. Freedom is not my monopoly. We are all human beings. Your pain is my pain. My joy is your joy. If I can have it, you can have it. And in attempting to help you, I help myself. Are you getting it? That's how it happens. So out of these interactions, after a few years, books started coming out. I never aimed to be a book writer. These discussions were there, they were compiled. Somebody said this, and this, if put together, would make great reading material. I said, proceed. So that's how the first book was published 10 years back. Then it was received well. So more books came. And now this one that I've actually come to Goa to write. It was written mostly here, your place. I wrote it here and now it is being released. I came specifically to write this book. And thank you so much for Goa. It's a very nice place to write a book.